I'm scshaille and this is the Twilight Forest mod showcase. This mod has recently been released for Minecraft 1.7.10, but I am shooting this showcase on the 1.7.2 version. Of course, there are no visible changes from 1.7.10, 1.7.2 to 1.7.10, so this showcase applies to both of these versions. So if you have it on 1.7.10, my showcase will show you the way around the Twilight Forest as well. Alright, so basically I'm going to do just a brief introduction of the mod here, because this is a really big mod, and not big item-wise or something like this, just really big when it comes to the time you have to spend on the Twilight Forest mod. The main feature of the Twilight Forest mod is the additional new dimension called the Twilight Forest, which is a really vast forest, and some other biomes as well, where the daytime is always set to twilight. I mean, there is day and night, so you can sleep in your bed or not sleep in your bed, but the sky is always dark. I mean, it's twilight time, somewhere between light and dark, so it's better to have a few torches on you before you venture into the Twilight Forest. Then, of course, in the dimension, there's a quest line for you to take on the quests, and other than the quest line, there's also a couple of other quests as well that you can take just outside the line. And of course there's a story progression as well, so you have to do the first quest in order to do the second, and so on and so on. That's why I can't show you everything, because I haven't done any quests yet, and it would take a lot of time to do them like on vision. Alright, so I'm obviously not in Twilight Forest yet. This is a normal forest in the overworld. The only things that come from Twilight Forest is this special tree here, and this tree is called the Tree of Transformation. It's one of 4 special trees that do special stuff. Everything's really special, and as you can see, the foliage around this tree is changing colors, which is the basic feature of the Tree of Transformation. Alright, also in this little fence here, I have all the peaceful animals that you will encounter in Twilight Forest, excluding the ambient mobs like ravens and birds, because they can fly away, basically. Alright, so these little tiny guys here are rabbits and a squirrel. There's a squirrel there. It's waving its tail. And these tiny guys do nothing. If you kill them, you gain nothing. You gain no experience, no items. Just like you would have expected a small animal to do, like a small pig or something. So yeah, they give you no experience. They're just there for you to enjoy the sight of them. Whereas these 3 big bodies here, the deer, the hog, and the sheep, it's called something special. I will tell you in a moment. It's actually bighorn sheep and wild boar. I'm sorry, I said hog, it's a wild boar. Alright, so they work as substitutes for the overworld animals. The deer works as a substitute for cow, which means it gives both meat and leather. Sadly, it doesn't give milk. I've never heard of anyone drinking deer milk, so maybe that's that's for the better. And the bighorn sheep, of course, works just like a normal sheep. They come in all the different colors. You can shear them, in order to receive wool, various colors of wool, and if you kill them you gain no meat. The wild boar here works as a pig. It gives pork when killed and experience as well. And yeah, you can breed it with carrots just like a normal pig, and basically the wild boar works as a pig. It's just a pig, only with teeth. I don't know how to call them. Alright, here are some of the different kinds of trees that you can experience in Twilight Forest, and those are normal trees, and where you can encounter them, I mean, the tree type depends on the biome you're in, and the biomes are a whole different thing, so I'm not going to tell you about that yet. I'm going to tell you about that when we're in the Twilight Forest. Alright, crafting recipes. And now you're probably, I mean, if you've watched my other showcases and you've probably noticed that I do a lot of crafting recipes, centered stuff, you probably wonder, oh my god, are there only 2 crafting recipes? No, there are not only 2 crafting recipes, but basically, as you go along the storyline, why do I have stone here? As you go along the storyline, you will need new stuff, but as you first enter the Twilight Forest, the only craftable item you need is the map. So this is the crafting recipe for the magic map focus, and for that you will need glowstone dust, torch berries, which you can harvest in the Twilight Forest, and the raven's wing, which you will get after killing a raven. They just live somewhere around the spawning point. I mean, they should be somewhere around the spawn point. Sometimes they're not, and you may have to search for them for a little while. You kill them just like bats in one hit, and they drop a feather. Sometimes, not always. Alright, so after you craft the focus, you will only need to surround it with paper to gain the magic map. And the magic map is a really great item because it shows you all the biomes around you and all the biome specific structures and where they are exactly on the map. So it's really helpful when it comes to story progression, and basically if you want to search for something like the questrum, which is not the questrum, the quest grove. The questrum is living in the quest grove. And basically the quest grove allows you to feed the questrum, which is a really big ship, allows you to feed it different kinds of wool, I mean all the colors of wool, and if you feed it all the colors of wool, it will give you 1 block of every resource like diamond, lapis lazuli, gold, iron. I'm not sure if it gives coal. It probably doesn't. And sometimes other items as well. Alright, so these 3 chests here are only to show that in fact there are a lot of different items that come with this mod. I mean, most of the items that come with this mod are only available from different chests scattered around the Twilight Forest, like in labyrinths, mazes, and hollow hills. Hollow hills are like better dungeons. I don't mean the mod. Just like a normal dungeon is just a spawner and 1 or 2 chests, whereas a hollow hill is a big hill that's hollow inside. It has a lot of stalactites and other stuff like this made out of different resources. And there's a few spawners inside, and also a lot of chests, and inside the chests you may find really useful things, like for example the scepters, or ore magnet, which basically it retracts the ore out of the ground for you when you use it, so it's really useful. Charm of keeping, those are, well, charms, both the charm of life and charm of keeping work in a way that if you receive lethal damage and you have the charm of life, you will be healed instantly, so you don't die. The charm will be consumed then. Whereas the charm of keeping will let you keep your inventory after death. Alright, so there's a whole there's a whole chest full of the armors that come with this mod, and some of them you can craft, some of them you can only find after killing a certain boss. There's like 6 bosses or something to be killed, and most of them, when you craft them, they come enchanted already. Same goes for the Naga scale, tunic and leggings, only I took it out of too many items, so they are not crafted, and the rest I've crafted myself. That's why they are having that enchanted effect. And knightly stuff does not have any enchantment effects on them. Alright, so Naga scale, there's only 2 of those. No helmet and no boots. You craft it like normal. Every piece of armor you craft like normal Minecraft armor, just with the resources shown here at the bottom. So Naga scale leggings and tunic have the enchantment effect of fire protection 3, I guess. So you're really resistant to fire. Fire resistance, not fire protection. When you're wearing these 2. This whole set has different stuff on every piece of equipment, like Aqua Affinity 1, Protection 1, and Feather Falling. It's not arbitrary what kind of effect you get. You will always get the same effect on these pieces of equipment. The fiery set all comes with fiery aura too, so you hurt all mobs around you when you are wearing it, which is very cool. Whereas the steel leaf helm comes with, it's like the better version of this one. It doesn't have exactly the same enchantment effects, but as you can see here, you only get the enchantment effects of level 1, and here all the effects are level 2. To craft these stuff, you will have to visit the Wikipedia that I will link in the description and see the crafting recipes, because as I've already said, you won't get the chance to craft them at first. That's why I didn't put the crafting recipes here before, because you will have to venture farther into the storyline in order to be able to just craft them. Alright, knightly set, as I've already said, does not come with any enchantment effects. Same goes for Phantom plate and helm, whereas the Yeti set comes with even better enchantments. Arctic Hood is only good for when you have to enter a glacier, and yes, there are also glaciers in the Twilight Forest. That's a feature that comes with the latest release. Alright, so after you've crafted some armor, you may probably want something to eat, and as I've already said, raw venison and venison steak. Of course, the dropped version is the raw venison, unless you kill the deer with fire. Works the same as beef, gives 4 satiation points. Saturation, I can't remember. And it's just like beef, only in Twilight Forest. Alright. Meat. And what is meat? Meat is Minotaur beef. So if you kill a Minotaur, you will receive this one, raw meat. And of course, if you cook it, you will receive a meat steak. There's also a meat stroganoff, and meat stroganoff can be obtained from oh my god, minor shrooms. They are called minor shrooms, and they are basically Minotaurs. Those mushrooms. Yeah, they're called mushrooms. So they look more like centaurs with the head of a cow. So I don't even know what mythological creature that is. I'm not going to think about it right now. Alright, Hydra chops, which you receive after killing the Hydra. Hydra is one of the last bosses you're going to deal with. Maze wafer, just a wafer you may find inside the maze chests. Really good for when you're really hungry. And Experiment 115. Despite its rather non-inviting name, this is, I mean, it looks like a piece of cake, and you can eat it and not receive anything strange from it. You can find it in chests in the the later dungeons. Later as in story progression. Alright, and of course, along with the armors, there comes a weapon and tool set for every one of these resources. I mean, some of them don't have every tool. The fiery ingot only has a sword and pickaxe, and the pickaxe is really great because it has auto smelting. So if you harvest something like, oh my god, what's like iron, you won't get the iron ore, just the iron ingot. Alright, and just like the armors, those come with different enchantments. You may see them for yourself. Alright. These two are only found in the chests, of course. I mean, this one is found in the chests of the maze, and it's called Maze Breaker. So it means that you may break the maze walls, the stone walls of the maze with this pickaxe. And also, this one is dropped by a Minotaur and has extra damage while charging. And to charge, you have to sprint. And basically it has 7 attack damage, so like a diamond sword, when you don't charge it. And when you charge it, that means when you're hitting while you're sprinting, it has 14 attack damage, so that's really a lot. Then there's the knightly set of weapons. I mean, I know a pickaxe is not exactly a weapon, but here it is. And they have a nice feature of dealing extra damage to armored targets or unarmored targets. Alright, the last type of weapons are the Scepters, which you use by right-clicking, and you have to recharge them. When it comes to these two, I remember it. So the Scepter of Twilight is recharged with the Ender Pearl, and the Scepter of Life Training with a rotten spider eye. It's rotten? Yeah, I think it's rotten. Yeah, and basically you use them with right-clicking. They have different effects that you may check out yourself, and they are pretty much telling it in the name. I mean, not the Scepter of Twilight. It works like the Leech's attack. Leech is the second boss you will have to defeat, so you will see for yourself. And of course, you may obtain them only from the chests inside labyrinths, mazes, hollow hills, and other stuff like this. Alright, so that sounds really nice. I mean, all that talking about Twilight Forest, but how do we even get inside the Twilight Forest? So to get inside, we will have to craft a portal, of course. Every dimension needs a portal. And to craft it, we need to make a never-ending resource. Oh my god, a never-ending source. So basically, just in 2 corners. You know, it's good when you can take out a bucket of water and it doesn't disappear. I mean, the water doesn't disappear. Alright, then, as you've made your source, your little lake, surround it with flowers or shrooms or grass or tall grass or whatever you really want to, just so that every adjacent block is covered with a flower, even the corner ones. And after you're done with that, all you need is a simple diamond. So you have to pay a lot for entering the Twilight Forest. I mean, a diamond is not exactly the easiest resource to find. Throw it, but stand away a little bit, because basically there's going to be a bolt of lightning and you may get hit by it. And that's it. We've crafted a portal to the Twilight Forest. So I'm gonna jump in and I will see you on the other side. Alright, we're on the other side. Welcome to the Twilight Forest. Most of the times when you pass through the portal, you're going to end up in a place like this. I mean, similar to this. I've done something there. And but sometimes if something wrong happens, you may end up in one of the biomes you're not supposed to enter yet. So basically you will have to survive the negative effects of being in a biome you're not supposed to enter yet, which is weird signs, I mean like flora designs on the edges of your screen, really yellow and annoying, and also slowness and just slowness, I think. I mean, you're not receiving any poison effect or anything, but the slowness is really annoying, so you will probably have to craft a map really quickly and see if you can just run away from it and into some of the biomes you're supposed to enter at first. Alright, so thankfully we're in a biome that's not one of those we're not supposed to enter, like the snow biome at first, or the dark forest. Dark forest is really dark. I mean, you will know it's a dark forest if you can't see anything inside. And just as I promised, the time is twilight. It's kind of light but not really, kind of dark but not really, just twilight. Alright. And as you can see, the place is really big. I mean, this is only the starting ground for me, and it's already really massive. The amount of blocks that needed to be created is really overwhelming. So if you have a slow computer or something like this, this might get a little bit laggy, and basically playing this mod might be hard for you. But if you really want to do it, just leave your computer running for a moment with the word loading here. Go make yourself a cup of tea or something, coffee if you want to, and oh, you see the lag, and just give the word the time it needs to load, because otherwise you're not going to like it. All right, and since it should be dark here, I mean it's twilight, it's kind of dark, there are these special creatures, the fireflies, which are not really creatures, they are more of items. If you have a tree sapling from the Twilight Forest and you grow it, it's gonna come with its own not cricket, oh my god, with its own firefly. And basically, let's get... Oh, we are on survival. If you destroy it, you can collect it like any other item and just put it somewhere else. So you may even get it into the overworld as a decoration to your house. And speaking of houses, when you first come to the Twilight Forest, it's a really great idea to wait for the night and sleep, because when you're just exploring the area, you may get lost easily, or even if you have a minimap or something, just throw a waypoint pointing towards your portal, because once you get lost, you may never get back from where you are if you don't have a diamond. I mean, you can create a portal to the overworld somewhere else in the dimension here, but if you don't have a diamond on you, you're going to get lost forever. But do you really need to come back? That's a good question. I mean, the Twilight Forest allows you to grow food, allows you to kill animals for food, and basically mine and do anything that you can do in the overworld, and receive every kind of resources that you may receive in the overworld. So actually, you don't really have to. You don't really have to return to the overworld. You may just stay in the Twilight Forest. The mod itself is just so big that you may spend the rest of your Minecraft days just in the Twilight Forest and explore and try to defeat all the monsters that you have to. Of course, I advise you to play not on peaceful, but on easy. There's a lot of mobs going around, I mean like hostile mobs, so you may want to kill them for special rewards and stuff. There's no sense to playing Twilight mod on peaceful, Twilight Forest mod on peaceful, because bosses will not spawn if you're on peaceful, and that's the sole reason of playing this mod, to defeat these bosses. And of course to explore this really, really beautiful forest. So as I've already said, there are different biomes, and different biomes have different biome structures. If you craft the magic map, you will see that there are in fact all different kinds of indications on the map, like that guy in a crown in the upper right corner. This is the Lich, so that means there's a Lich tower there, which is not really a tower, it's a really big castle where you can get lost easily. And of course, if you ascend to the top of the castle, you will have to fight the Lich. So one of the first bosses. First you will have to find the Naga, and the Naga looks like a really green face on the map. So you will have to just search for it in order to proceed to the later quests. In the very bottom of the map we have the face of the Hydra, and as you can see, the biome the Hydra lives in is really not inviting, and it's one of those biomes that you're not supposed to be in at first. You may be in those green biomes, I mean they won't give you the effect of slowness and stuff, and watch out for, not like watch out, be careful, just watch out, be happy if you see them, for those white dots and bigger dots, because they are the hollow hills. The smaller ones are small hollow hills and the bigger ones are medium-sized hollow hills. There's no big hollow hill right now on the map, and hollow hills are great if you need resources at the beginning, or if you're short on them later on in the quest line, because they give you a lot of different stuff, and also the chests with different treasures. Alright, so learning how to use the map, not this way either. Learning how to use the map is the crucial thing when it comes to Twilight Forest, and if you still have any doubts, you can just enter the Wikipedia and search for it, or if you can't find it on Wikipedia, you can just ask me in the comment section below or write a private message. I've played this mod for a while, so I know most of the map indicators if you have any problems. And yeah, that's it for the beginning of the Twilight Forest. I mean, there's a whole new world to explore out here, but I'm not going to give you any spoilers as to what happens next. You just have to see for yourself. It's far too much to show on a showcase. Basically, what to remember: take stuff with you, because you may not find your way back. Have a good computer, and if you have a slow computer, give it the time it needs to load the mod, the world, everything. And also, if you're playing with other mods that add biomes, like Biomes of Plenty or something like that, the Twilight Forest biomes may slip into the overworld sometimes, and also give you the negative effects if you haven't entered Twilight Forest yet. There is no fix to that bug. I'm sorry, there's nothing you can do. Just enjoy your Twilight Forest biome in the overworld if something like this happens. Alright, so thank you for watching this showcase. As I've already said, if you still have any questions, not only concerning the map, but anything, just ask me in the comment section below or write a private message. I will answer everything. If not immediately, then after some time I will surely answer. I read all the comments and I read all the private messages, so don't worry about me not responding to you. Thank you for watching again, and see you in the next showcase tutorial, whatever I make. Bye!